Okay, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. My name is Nick, and today I want to talk about toxicity in Overwatch and gaming in general, I guess. I don't know if it's just me, but there seems to be a lot more toxicity in my Overwatch games recently. I've had a lot of throwers in games. There's the usual talk of, team diff, tank diff, DPS diff, which I find personally to be a bit cringe, but there's nothing you can do about it really. Toxicity isn't anything new to gaming. It's been around for decades at this stage. I don't personally understand it. I've never engaged in it or anything like that. As I said, I've had games lately where people are it just seems really selfish to me, to be honest. A lot of tank players as well in Overwatch who just refuse to coordinate with the team, blame the rest of the team if they do something wrong and if the team doesn't follow their every order. I literally had one game a few days ago where my tank, it was Reinhardt, he started the game by typing in chat that he's going to play aggressive, so keep up. The rest of the team were trying to keep up with him, but there was a Hanzo on the other team who was very, very good, just kept killing the rest of us. And then when the tank realised that our Hanzo wasn't doing as well, just stopped playing. He just sat in our spawn room for a couple of minutes, just typing in the all chat, talking about how bad this Hanzo was. I eventually even just put a thing in our team chat just saying stop typing, to which he just replied no, and then he just ran to a corner of the map and just stood in a corner of the map typing in all chat, making sure that everybody lost the game and everybody knew how bad his team was, despite the fact that the rest of our team were trying to play the game and we couldn't do anything because we had no tank. I had, I think about 3 or 4 games before that, I'd literally typed in my team chat, I love it when it's not happening on my team, because there was an enemy player who was doing exactly the same thing. And this just seems to be spreading. I don't know if it's got something to do with the matchmaking at the moment. The matchmaking seems to have become even more one-sided than it was before. People have said since the launch of Overwatch 2, the matchmaking is just not very good. It seems to be very, very focused on making sure that you have a 50% win rate. So it gives you 100% chance of winning games and then 100% chance of losing games. That makes no sense to me. And the problem is as well is that because playing in EU as well, like I do, voice chat isn't really much of a thing. Certainly at sort of the metal ranks that I'm in, like up to plat, I assume that once you start going into diamond and stuff like that people do tend to use voice chat. I'm not going to hit diamond. I fight to stay in plat all the time, and I constantly bounce between gold 1 and plat 5. It's just flip-flop all the way through. So people become keyboard warriors, and if something is going wrong in the game, then they just start, typing in all chat, talking about how awful someone is. I just don't understand it really. You obviously it's competitive, but you are supposed to be playing the game to have fun. Of course, having fun is kind of situational at times in Overwatch, because you have this thing where you're either rolling or you're getting rolled. So you're either having a lot of fun and it's kind of easy, or you're just defeated because whatever you do, you just can't seem to be able to do anything. Now, I know that there's a good chance that a lot of this has to do with, your personal ability and stuff like that. I don't claim to be the best player in the world. I make numerous mistakes all the time. That's just how I am. I've never been able to aim very well, and I know that there are so many different situations where my play has cost my team a fight, a match. You just go in and your aim's a little bit off. That's fair enough. But when people start slagging you off for doing it, what do they think they're going to accomplish? I just don't get it. I know that there are many people all over the world that live for the toxicity and they absolutely love it, but No, I would class myself as a lover, not a fighter, and you do tend to accomplish more if you work together and you don't just instantly flame your team. Now, I know that this problem isn't confined to Overwatch. I've played Valorant in the past. That's had very similar problems when I've played it. It happens in Counter-Strike, it happens in Call of Duty. If it's got a multiplayer element, chances are it's going to have a toxicity element just because people like to be toxic. I don't really know where I'm going with this, to be honest. Maybe I'm just having a rant. You know, you can't really just sort of... I report people all the time. I mean, I don't just report people for saying diff or, you know, GG easy or something like that. I do tend to block people if they're just annoying. I've noticed in some of my games, like I play a bit of quick play and there'll be people who come in and spectate and just type in the chat the whole time. So I just block them, which is a lot easier. But you know, when you have people typing KYS in the chat or being racist or sexist or anything like that, I do report people, and I'm quite surprised at how often I see that screen that you get when you log in on Overwatch saying that they've taken action against someone that you've reported. Shouldn't need to be like that. I do feel like it's really getting to be quite a dark, nasty, poisonous place in Overwatch. Personally, I think they need to, as I say, do something with the matchmaking. I think that's unlikely though. Blizzard seem to be quite happy with the way that they've done their matchmaking. So I think aside from, you know, reporting the really toxic people and just ignoring people that are like that, there's not really much I can do. But I just kind of wanted to just sort of speak my mind about it. I don't talk about stuff like that much, but it's been such a massive part of the games that I've played lately. You know, I said to my partner, oh, I've played 8 games today. Every single one has had someone being toxic in the chat or leaving the game or throwing the game. So yeah, I just wanted to speak my mind on it, really. I think I'll leave it there. Thank you for listening to me moan for a few minutes about this sort of stuff. I will be continuing to moan. No, I won't be continuing to moan, but I will be live streaming every Friday, 5 o'clock UK time, so please feel free to drop in, come say hello, see what's going on, play all sorts of different games. I mostly play Overwatch. I do play some Fortnite as well. In a couple of weeks, I do plan to be playing Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun when that comes out. That will be on a Saturday, just because I have something to do that Friday, so that will be Saturday the 27th of May. Hopefully we'll see you in the stream anyway. Other than that, take care, and I will see you on the flip-flop. Peace.